Hey everyone, welcome to another introducing episode with me, Tom Sands, at our workshop here in Ripon, North Yorkshire. Today we're looking at a very exciting Model S guitar. This is Mercury, named after the Roman god of travellers, tricksters and thieves. Look at that Koa. Bananas. We've got a Koa soundboard, which is a new and exciting departure for me. We've also got a beautiful quartz-horn piece of African Blackwood Dalbergia Melanoxylon. We've got a Koa neck, Blackwood rear head cap, Robson Tuners, and the Koa head cap as well. No rosette on this guitar, although we do have a tiny copper purfling detail just to catch and throw the light in some really interesting ways and to complement the iridescence of the Koa soundboard. Same goes for the headstock, no inlay this time. Again, we just wanted to let the beautiful natural wood do the talking. We've got the Jescar medium Evo Gold frets with the ball ends, makes for a really smooth, almost non-existent feeling fret end. Really nice. So we've gone with a Rocklight bridge on this guitar, which is an ebony, like a faux ebony composite made here in the UK. Really nice and lightweight and stiff. We need to reduce the weight as much as possible on this top with it being Koa, so Rocklight was the way to go. This guitar is also loaded with a K&K Trinity Pro microphone and bridge plate transducer pickup. We've got the stereo out on the end pin, so you can run this guitar into your favorite preamp if you are going to be playing live, which this guitar is going out to a touring musician, so it's very important that we have a good pickup with lots of variability built in. So why the Koa and Blackwood combo? I don't think I've ever seen that on a guitar before. I've certainly seen all Koa guitars, but never a guitar with just a Koa top, and certainly not one with a mix matched back and sides. So as I've said, this guitar is going out to a touring musician, and you know, touring musicians, they like to be fancy, they like to show off on stage. So we went with something seriously bling for the soundboard. We wanted to take some risks, and I must admit I was a little hesitant at first, but it's worked out really beautifully. This piece of Koa is really resonant. It was really nice and stiff despite all the cross grain figuring that you see here, and paired that with the rosewood back. What more can you ask for? So one of the biggest challenges with this guitar was that we wanted to create something that was super eye-catching and really memorable on stage, and we could have gone down the Bootsy Collins space bass route and put Diamante crystals all over this thing, but ultimately I didn't want a guitar that was all flash and no smash. This guitar needed to sound great and look great without being completely in your face and outrageous. We're going to give you a demo right now. So you might have watched our last video about Polu, the Model S in Swiss Spruce and Koa. We recorded that with a single Sontronic small condenser microphone. This is the STC1S, and we've got the same setup again so that you can hear a comparison if you like. So just to quickly recap things to be thinking about when you're listening to any guitar: attack and sustain, the responsiveness, the dynamic range, string separation and clarity, and the timbre of the instrument as well, the timbre. If you want a full recap, make sure to head back to that video. We'll put a link somewhere with a timestamp, and you can get a full breakdown of what I'm talking about. This guitar is tuned D, G, D, G, A sharp, D, or as we call it here, Sands standard. So the two things that I really like about the sound of this instrument, and two things which I think separate or make this guitar stand apart from what I usually do, and I think that's a function of the slightly heavier, more dense Koa soundboard. One is that we're getting a huge heap of sustain, which is really nicely supported by the African Blackwood, and I'm also noticing really full and present overtones sitting comfortably alongside the initial fundamental note of each string. It's kind of giving me a sense of kind of Celtic music. We've got some really nice, bright, shimmery tones going on with this instrument. I'm really happy with it. It's nicely balanced. It's got some great dynamic range. It's kind of wanting me to play quite softly, or I feel like I'm wanting to play softly, which is an indicator of good dynamic range. It's giving a lot without putting too much effort in. I'm really happy with the way this guitar turned out. As I said in the beginning of the video, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect, but the results are really pleasant. I hope you liked it, and we'll see you again soon for another introducing video. Make sure to follow us on all the social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and there's plenty going on over on the website as well. So until next time, take care.